Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're at in the world today. Saturday, January 24th. We're back after a unexpected hiatus. Was in Texas, West Texas, landman country last weekend, and the plan was to do a live stream there, but no cell service and no internet. So we had to cancel last week's stream, but we're back. Thanks everybody over text message for making all the pirate jokes. I did have a issue with my eye this week. I was one-eyed for most of the week, but it's back. It's almost 100% better, so I do not need a eye patch details. And Gavin Hutkins, thanks for the offer to borrow your parrot, but I don't need to be a pirate today. So hope everyone's doing good. Good morning, Mrs. Steinman. How does the audio sound? I have a jam-packed episode for us today. The title of this stream was, or is, off-season buying. And we're seeing a lot of that. We're going to look at market statistics here in a second to show that business is picking up, the market's picking up. And so how can you take advantage of that? And I was looking for the homes that I think are going to be the big trendsetters this year, and I have a really perfect example of that first. But then I got sidetracked on Zillow this morning and found two really unique, very cool homes we're going to look at. So that's the plan for today. How's everybody doing? Good. Yeah, things picked up this week. Interest rates are down. Let's start there. Let's look at interest rates. The national average, according to Mortgage News Daily, which is my go-to resource for all things interest rate related, national average on a 30-year fix, 6.19. That's been fairly flat week over week, but we have had a little bit of dips and a little bit of jumps with this whole Greenland talk and tariffs and all that. But we ended the week pretty much where we started the week. And then our jumbo loans, so anything over 880,000, you're looking at 6.38. We're going to look at a jumbo loan today. And then our benchmarks on the My Mortgage Hound YouTube channel, FHA 5.85. I mean, we're at multiple year lows. I think we have a really good shot in the first half of the year breaking 6% on our conforming. And I think the market is starting to reflect that, just starting to, okay? It's just starting to turn back on. During the holidays, if you remember when we looked at our market statistics, we had a significant drop off this year in buying activity. Let's take a look at that. Let's see here. Okay, every week, Gavin Hutkins over at Berkshire Hathaway sends me over some market statistics. And that's what we're looking at here. New listings in Clark County, Southwest Washington, 213. That's up 17% week over week. Homes that were on the market that went pending, 175. That's up 15%. These are both strong numbers. And on this channel, we like to see this new listing number higher than the pending sales numbers. We want to see our inventory continue to grow. It got hammered in November and December. So as rates come down, we watch these numbers very closely because we want there to be inventory there. Yes, we want appreciation. We want to see home prices healthy. And part of that is having a healthy inventory. So hopefully this continues. We're going to be watching this very closely. Let's look at our lockbox activity. Every time a real estate agent opens a lockbox on a home, that data is collected, and that's what we're looking at here in Oregon. Up 11%, up 8% in Washington, but you can see we got just hammered in December. But look at this comeback, okay? We're at where we were this time last year. In Washington, we're actually a little bit higher. We're trending higher. And I think we're going to see this number stay in this trend as we get closer and closer to May, June. So very good numbers. Okay, you guys ready to dive into house number one? So every year there seems to be kind of a trend of what homes are going to be the most desirable, the most popular. And off-season buying, I think if you are looking at buying in the next 6 months, you should be paying very close attention to what homes are available now. Because I have a feeling as we continue to see rates improve, you have the administration, the president saying he wants to have the lowest interest rates in the world. We have an upcoming change to our Fed chair. So as rates come down, we could possibly see the market get very competitive. So if you can find that dream home or the opportunity you've been looking for now, you might be sitting in a really good position come August. Okay. So our first home that we're going to look at today is 9607 Northeast 157th Avenue in Orchards. 5 beds, 3 baths, 2,608 square feet. This home is listed by Raisa and Steve Studley, friends of the channel. Was built in 2007 and sits on a 10,000 square foot lot. But hopefully you can kind of understand what I'm saying here, okay? You have a 5-bedroom house, 2,600 square feet. This is the perfect home for maybe a younger family that's looking to grow, okay, needs more space. And at $679, there's a lot of value here. That when we talk about home affordability, I think $679 in this market with what interest rates are doing, this would be, I would consider this a very good price point for this large of a home. Let's see what Raisa has to say. Beautiful, well-maintained home situated on a spacious corner lot next to a park. This property offers 4 bedrooms plus an office, a formal living room, family room, and dining room. The open kitchen features gas appliances, an island, and a pantry. Recent updates include new carpet, fresh interior paint. Enjoy outdoor living with a covered patio, shed, and fully fenced yard, perfect for relaxing or entertaining. Let's take a look at some pictures. All right, very nice curb appeal. Nice wide driveway, 3-car garage. Love this flagstone retaining wall, giving you a flat front yard. Yeah, very nice curb appeal on a corner lot. Now in 2006, 2007, there was a trend where they would build these subdivisions and they would cut 2-car driveways for the whole neighborhood because they don't know what plans they're going to put in on each lot. And then if it's a 3-car garage, you have a 2-car entry to the driveway and then a wider driveway going to the garage. So it's nice to see here that your driveway is cut for 3 cars. I know that seems silly, okay, but my neighborhood, I have a 2006 home. There are the 3-car garage homes have a 2-car driveway, and then it looks goofy. So it's nice to see that's not here. And then you also have maybe an RV pad on the side, or some extra storage on the side of the house. And it looks like there's a flagpole in the front. That's kind of cool. Okay, let's get a bigger look at these pictures. Good morning, Details. If you guys have any home inspection questions, friend of the channel, Details Home Inspections, in the chat. So fire those questions in there. All right, nice entryway. Looks like engineered hardwood floors. You can see the fresh paint, the fresh carpet. That looks like the office. So it's a 5-bed, 3-bath, or 4-bed and an office. If we get a look in here, we'll see if this office, I don't see a closet. So this would be, unless there's a closet back here, this would be considered an office or a den. But nice French doors, 5-panel doors off the entry. Okay, now at 679, I'm seeing things that I would expect in a home this size to be closer to the 800,000 range. And that's this nice millwork around the windows, especially homes built between 2005 and 2010. They age much better when you have this extra millwork. And back then, that was an expensive upgrade on these homes, adding that millwork. Getting here in this formal dining room, I think this is a formal dining room. You see that millwork around the windows there too. Yes, that's the formal dining room. Really like the color and the condition of those hardwood floors. They look like they're in really good condition. Wow, very large kitchen. Love the cabinets, kind of a timeless look on the cabinets. I believe those are cherry. We have tile countertops, tile backsplash to the cabinets. Can't tell, it appears there might be under cabinet lighting. Again, the theme on this home is family all day long, right? Large family. Nice gas range, walk-in pantry. Kind of a bay window style out to the slider to the back. Covered patio. Great room. I believe this is a Pacific Lifestyle home. Powder room. Good size utility room. Tile floor, and you can tell there's fresh paint. This whole house is freshly painted on the inside. Bedroom number 1, 2, fresh carpet. Very spacious landing area upstairs. Okay, here's our primary, vaulted ceilings in the primary, those engineered hardwood floors. French doors coming into the primary. Okay, large walk-in closet with shelving. Dual vanity. Very nice. Good morning, Katy Perry in my pants. Bedroom number 3 or 4. This is bedroom number 4. Guest bath. This looks like a bonus room. I mean, this house fills every inch of that 2,600 square feet. Covered back patio with recessed lighting. Fire pit, shed, nice big lot, fully fenced. Okay. You guys see what I mean here when I say I think this is going to be the trending style home this year. Is people that have been waiting on the sidelines, maybe in their condo or in their smaller home, waiting for the market to rebound, waiting for rates to come down, waiting for prices to become reasonable. In a shorter way of saying it, waiting for home affordability to be affordable again. I think you're going to have a lot of buyers that have been waiting come off the sidelines, and these are the type of homes they're going to be looking for. Okay, so this home is located in Orchards, just off of Ward Road here, next to the Hawkinson Community Park. So kind of a good location. In Orchards, there are currently 118 homes for sale. Here's some examples of homes for sale. we're dealing with 2,600 square feet. Here's 2,900 square feet for $989. The median list price for sale properties is $589 in Orchards. Here's some properties that have gone pending. 1,800 square feet for $829. 1,900 square feet for $775. 880 for 3,200 square feet. So you can see this home is priced really well. And Raisa and Steve really know what they're doing when it comes to pricing their homes. And here's some homes that have recently sold. Okay, 2,600 square feet, 4 beds, 3 baths, sold the day after Christmas for $758. Where are we at on this one? We're at $679. Okay, you guys ready to look at some numbers? There are many ways to finance a home like this, but I tried putting myself in the shoes of somebody that's maybe selling their first starter home and looking for that bigger home. And let's say I have some appreciation. I'm going to sell my house. I'm going to roll 10% over into my down payment on this house. So our purchase price on this home is $679,900 with 10% down. That would make our loan amount $611,910. Interest rates, according to Mortgage News Daily, the national average on a 30-year fix is 6.19. Let's look at a breakdown of our payment. Principal and interest with 10% down at 6.19 is $3,743 a month. Property taxes on this home, $493, $100 a month for homeowners insurance. Mortgage insurance, so anytime you're putting less than 20% down, you're going to have some form of mortgage insurance. In this scenario, it's $102 a month. Pretty inexpensive considering we're putting 10% down, saving ourselves over $60,000 compared to putting 20% down. If we add all those numbers together, we get a total payment of $4438. What do you guys think of that number? Especially if you've been watching my channel for a while. We're seeing home affordability improve. $4438. Okay. Now, we talk about this a lot, so you're going to hear it again if you're a regular viewer of this channel. 2-1 temporary buy downs is how I would negotiate this property. Temporary buy downs are a super powerful tool to use in negotiating. We're going to come in and we're going to ask these sellers to pay for a temporary buy down. For the first year, our interest rate would be reduced by 2%, bringing it down to 4.19 for the first 12 payments. Bringing our payment from $4438 to $3683, saving us $755 a month for the first 12 payments. And then in year 2, our interest rate is going to be reduced by 1%, bringing it down to 5.19, bringing our total payment to $4,051, saving us $387 for year 2, and then years 3 through 30, we're at the full payment. Now, refinancing is never guaranteed. Okay, and you may hear people now say, oh, just refinance. It's never guaranteed. The consensus in the market is rates are going to continue to improve, and we will be looking for an opportunity to refinance somewhere in the low 5s in the first couple years, and maybe we can lock in a rate like this and never see our full rate. So if we were to ask the sellers to pay this, the cost of that 2-1 temporary buy down in this scenario is $13,710. And then that's what the sellers are paying here in this contributions line. Now, if you were to come in and write an offer, let's say you wrote an offer for $659, you wrote 20 grand under, you're going to be saving about $200 a month. And you're asking the sellers to come down 20%. And this home is already priced extremely well. So instead of coming in super low, you can come in and ask for that $13,000, and instead of saving $200 a month for the first year, you're saving $755. Good morning, Ben from Austin, Texas. We just missed you. I was just in West Texas. I hope you're having a good time. For those of you who have been following, Ben and his lovely wife Amber have been on a road trip for a year, and they are in Austin, Texas this morning. How's the snow? Is it the storm? Are you guys in the middle of the storm? I know they shut down 6th Street for a couple hours last night, so hopefully you guys aren't in the ice and snow. Is it an option available in Ontario or only Vancouver? So Katy Perry in my pants, I don't know if you're, I assume you're talking about Canada. So, and this is a very common thing. We're located in Vancouver, Washington, Southwest Washington, just across the river from Portland. Are these programs available in Canada? I don't know. Let's ask ChatGPT. I am licensed in many states, but Canada, I am not. I'm going to ask ChatGPT. Winter mix tonight. Voice text. Good morning, Uva. Oregon coast sunny and 50. I tell you what, in the summer, if it's too hot here, you go to the coast and it's going to be about 10-15 degrees cooler. If it's too cold here, you go to the coast in the winter and it's going to be about 10-15 degrees warmer. Uva, are you seeing any homes for sale on the Oregon coast? It's going to be very interesting to see what kind of buying season our coastal communities have this summer. Okay. You guys ready for house number 2? And I did ask, is Raisa, if you're in the chat, say hi. I love that listing that we looked at this morning. Good morning, Tina, the My Mortgage Hound Preferred Homeowners Insurance agent, Tina Vlahos with American Family. Details in Westport, Washington today, sunny. I think my ChatGPT is having a senior moment. All right, so like I said earlier, I woke up and I'm going to do a search for homes, and I want to find homes like the one we just looked at that I think are going to be trending this year, but I stumbled across 2 homes I couldn't pass up. So we're going to look at some fun ones next. And I will answer that Canada question shortly, as soon as ChatGPT gets its life together here. Try refreshing. Okay. We are going to 112 Morrison Heights Road in Woodland, Washington. 7 bedrooms, 4 baths, 3,382 square feet. Built in 1993. Okay, ChatGPT says, there's no specific law that bans temporary buy-downs, but Canadian lenders don't generally market them the same way U.S. lenders do. Interesting. Temporary reductions can be negotiated. Builders in Canada sometimes pay a lump sum at closing and reduce the mortgage rate for the first year or 2 as a sales incentive. Depends on the lender and product. Temporary buy-downs are not part of a standard Canadian mortgage rule. Bottom line, yes, you can structure something similar to a 2-1 temporary buy down in Canada, but it's essentially an incentive or a concession from the builder or seller. It's not commonly advertised. Yeah, so I hope that helps you out. But if you're looking to relocate from Canada to the States, they are available. There are houses for sale and seeing single-family oceanfront properties as low as the 600s. I would imagine they do go pretty quick. Get them while they're hot. That's what on next Saturday the live stream will be called. Get them while they're hot, because I don't think you're going to find homes like the one we just looked at under 700,000, and I don't think you're going to find oceanfront homes in the 600 range come summertime. Okay, 7 beds, 4 baths, 3,382 square feet, built in 1993, sitting on a 3-acre lot. This home is listed by Keith. We'll skim this one. Wake up to sweeping Columbia River and valley views from this peaceful 3-acre woodland retreat. Tucked behind a gated entrance on a quiet private road. Fully fenced property. Close to town. The main home is designed to capture light and river views from nearly every room. The upper loft provides a stunning vantage point, perfect for home office. Refinished wood floors. The lower level offers a full ADU second living space with private entrance. I know we have some short-term rental fans in the chat, so I'm sure that piqued their interest. 30 by 60 barn includes 3 bays and a lean-to, so maybe some horse property. All right, look at this house. Look. Does that not grab your attention? Let me get the chat window going again here. Very cool curb appeal. There's your private drive. Nice, there's blacktop, not gravel. Okay, our chat window should be back up. Dr. G. Huck, is that you, Gavin? He had a listing with 4 beds and 7 baths. For those of you who missed the intro, I had an eye injury this week. And so there was some nice banter on my text message this morning. Gavin offered to loan me his parrot. And details said I should wear an eye patch. I think those are pirate jokes. Okay, so there's a good shot of the barn. But what a cool house. Wow, look at the views of Columbia River, cedar deck. Not a lot that needs to be said here. Stunning. You can see those refinished floors, very nice. Really cool, that looks like a wood burning fireplace, beautiful mantle, updated fixtures, vaulted ceilings, but the star of the show is that view. Nice kitchen. tons of character. Dining room. Ceiling fan. You know what I like? You know, great rooms are all the rage. Everyone wants a great room. But I like this house because the living room with the TV area is not the focus. The focus is the view. It's almost kind of like off to the side, this living room area. Back deck. If you are currently at the beach, you don't need to brag about the weather. We're not all at the beach. It's actually beautiful here too. Great day for football. Okay, utility room. This appears to be a guest bath. Primary bath, dual vanity. A little dated, but it's okay. So this is the ADU. Very nice, full kitchen, deck. I'm not going to try to count all the bedrooms. Hot tub, cool playground. I mean, pretty unique property with the view. Here's your barn. So the description said 3 stalls, lots of storage. There's your 3 acres. There's a lot here for $880, guys. Again, another very well-priced home. And you're close into town. Let's look at the map. So you see, you're not 20 minutes out of Woodland. You're right there close to the freeway. In Woodland, there are currently 44 homes for sale. The median list price $710. So here's some examples. Nothing really comparable to what we're looking at. Well, how many square feet was it? 3,382. So here's a 3,300 square foot house. Looks much newer, but 2.9 million as an example. Some homes that have gone pending. The median pending price $590 in Woodland. See what I mean? This property is so unique. There's really not a whole lot like it available. Then here's some homes that have sold. A lot of starter homes. All right. Not getting too creative here. Now, you very easily could do a 2-1 temporary buy down on this house too. I'm keeping it simple for the sake of time. 20% down, 30-year fixed. $879 is our purchase price. Loan amount with 20% down would be $703,920. Interest rate 6.19. Quick look at a payment breakdown. Principal and interest $4306. $692 for property taxes. $100 a month for homeowners insurance. Total payment $5,098. with roughly $190,000 out of pocket. Okay. I got time for one more. Appreciate everyone being here this morning. If you're in the chat, give us a thumbs up. I guess that helps the algorithm. All right. Again, another home I just couldn't pass up this morning. 6409 Northwest 202nd Circle in Ridgefield. 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 3,000 square feet, listed for $1,295,000. Sits on 1 acre, built in 1973. I'm gonna go straight to the map because this is kind of a secret, super luxury spot in Ridgefield. It's kind of southwest Ridgefield, close to Lake River. If we zoom out a little bit, you get a better idea. I'll go through this one fairly quickly. This is listed by Morgan. Welcome to Casa Olipop. Interesting. Thoughtfully renovated mid-century retreat where design, wellness, blah, 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 blah. ChatGPT, Serenity. Okay, this home has been completely remodeled. Open concept floor plan, fresh interior finishes, new carpet, in-ceiling speakers, indoor-outdoor flow, bright chef's kitchen, quartz countertops. Okay, let's go to some, cold plunge. Unwind at your private retreat featuring outdoor sauna, deck, and cold plunge. All right, let's look at some pictures. We'll go through these fairly quickly. Beautiful views. Roof looks new. Love the blacktop. Very mid-century modern on the outside. Yeah, new fireplace. Looks like a wood-burning fireplace. How cool is that? The stairs in the middle, separating your dining area kitchen from your living room. Pretty unique. Nice quartz countertops, very clean kitchen, new cabinets. Pictures are kind of dark. That looks like new carpet, bullet windows above the bed in the primary. Primary bath, nice walk-in shower. Looks brand new. Walk-in closet. Family room. Another fireplace. Theater room. Office. Bedroom number 2. Looks like new doors and everything in this house. Guest bath. There's your outdoor sauna and cold plunge. You can keep the cold plunge. I'll take the sauna. Beautiful 1 acre lot. Okay, let's go straight to the numbers here. 25% down jumbo loan, okay? Today, national average on jumbo loans, 6.38 according to Mortgage News Daily. Purchase price $1,295,000. We're putting 25% down in this scenario, bringing our loan amount to $971,250. 6.38 is our interest rate. Quick payment breakdown, principal and interest $6,062, property taxes $771, homeowners insurance $100 a month for a total payment of $69.33. In this scenario, total out of pocket right at $340. So 2 kind of similar homes, beautiful remodeled homes with views, one in Woodland, one in Ridgefield, quite a bit difference in purchase price. All right, did you guys enjoy today's episode? I appreciate everyone being here. There were a lot of people in the chat this morning. Thank you for your support. We're trying to build a community of home owners and home buying enthusiasts, people that are interested in real estate and mortgages. We'll be back again next week. Enjoy the football. Enjoy the first free pay-per-view for the UFC tonight. Enjoy the sun. You guys have fun down at the beach. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. And we'll see you guys back here next Saturday. Bye, everybody.